good morning. Welcome to Against the Public for March 13th. Hope everyone's having a terrific Wednesday. We crushed our free play yesterday. Off to a good start in college basketball. And of course, we're talking about Wednesday's games, but we won that free play on Wednesday already. Off to a good start, not only in college basketball, but also the NHL. We're waiting on one more NBA result and possible sweep of that card. And now we're waiting on one more result in the NHL as well. So Vancouver and Calgary just went 3-3, which means that game's going over the total. So we're 2-0 with one more game to go in the NHL. So hopefully everybody is happy at this point. I know everybody's sweating that last college basketball game that starts at 8:30 Pacific time, and hopefully we'll get a W there. I'm Dana Lane. Thanks for joining me. Before we get to your free play, let's just take a look at how Thursday's all-access card is shaping up and a few of the highlights on the schedule. And college hoops is going to start us earlier than yesterday, actually. Always good news. 11 a.m. Eastern Time start, 8 o'clock Pacific Time. It's good to be on the West Coast. Bowling Green and Akron is going to tip off in the MAC championship quarterfinal. Marquette and Xavier so far is getting the majority of the action right now. The under is getting pounded in this game. That's our free play, so we're going to talk about that in a minute. All access customers will have another 6 games on the college basketball schedule, which means we'll have another 5-pack locked and loaded. And of course, every 3-pack, every 5-pack always comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee. College hoops customers, we're on a small 15-7 overall run, but our massive streak our massive streak right now is our college basketball totals run, which is now 83-53, 61% winners, 2,461 units of profit. And going back to that 15-7 run, you know how these big long-term runs can start. So this is the time, even though it's only a 22-game sample, this is the time to jump on board because you never know where that's going to grow. And of course, when we're talking about college basketball totals, that's where that started. So now we're 136 games into it, and we've hit 61% of our total plays. Over the last 7 days, we've smashed 56% of our college basketball plays, 57% over the last 30 days, and that adds up to 55% winners this season, good for 2,947 units of profit. Major League Baseball gets us started with, starts off with 12 games on the schedule starting at 1:05 Eastern Time. Braves and the Phillies on top of the rotation numbers. Looks like we have professional money coming in on the Nationals plus 125 against the Rays at 1:05 Eastern Time as well. So it looks like Braves and the Phillies on top of the rotation, but the public for some reason is on Washington and the Rays, which I will investigate as soon as I get done with this video. We'll have our usual 3 games in Major League Baseball. The NBA has 5 games starting with the Washington Wizards and Detroit Pistons, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Sacramento Kings and the Golden State Warriors. That's your get-out game in the NBA. That's drawing the most attention right now. 70% of the tickets is on the Kings, and 90% is on the over, but most of that is small money. No professional money has been monitored on that game so far. We continue to smash NBA totals. Our current run right now, 49-27, 65% winners, 1,901 units of profit. Over the last 7 days, 58% winners in the NBA. We will have 3 games on our all-access card for Thursday. And finally, the NHL offers up a real nice schedule, a 9-game schedule, starting with the Vegas Golden Knights and the Columbus Blue Jackets. 7 o'clock Eastern Time, Edmonton and New Jersey probably highlights the entire schedule. The Oilers opened up as a $1.40 favorite on the road against the Devils. That number opened up at minus $1.25 at some properties. That is basically just varying opinions by books at this point. We saw Pinnacle open that up at $1.25, but most books in Vegas have that posted at minus $1.40. So shop for the best number for sure in this one. We're on a 14-7 overall run in the NHL, 10-2 on NHL totals over the last 7 days. 63% NHL winners. Don't miss tomorrow. We'll have 3 games on the card. So that's going to do it for our Thursday all access card. Looks like we're going to have another 15 games on the schedule. Plenty of reasons why you should become an all access member right now. All plays, all records, always recorded daily at pickdawgz.com. Just hit that link below to see how we finished on Wednesday. I always tell you guys about the all access passes, but by far my biggest seller, my most popular package that I offer is the annual all access pass. It's $4.11 a day. You can get every play that I release from now to this time next year for just one low price. It flies off the shelves every month. So make sure you get involved in that. And before we move on to your free play, don't forget, guys, Major League Baseball season. It is so close right now. We're less than a week away from the start of the season in Tokyo between the Dodgers and the Cubs. I have my season pass, my Major League Baseball season pass on Pickdawgz right now for less than $100 a month. So you get every play from now to the last pitch of the World Series for under $100 a month. So get on it because we're really close. 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, 3:05 Pacific. In 6 days, is it? 6 days now, the Major League Baseball schedule starts. So, hey. We're very excited about that, to say the least. We are going back to college basketball for our free play, and that's going to be between Marquette and Xavier, game 7:39, 7:40. This one tips off at 2:20 Eastern Time, 11:30 Pacific Time, and you can see this on the Peacock Network. Marquette, 2.5-point favorite. Right now, total 144.5. Side hasn't moved at all. But we have seen the total drop from the opening number of 145.5 to its current 144.5. Early betting has favored Xavier and the under. This is the fourth seed Xavier Musketeers against the fifth seed Golden Eagles. As you can see, the Golden Eagles, even though they're the higher seed, is the favorite in the game. Marquette 22-9 straight up this season, 14-17 ATS, 18-13 to the under. Golden Eagles come into the Big East tournament after losing 2 straight games against UConn and St. John's. That makes 6 straight up losses in their last 10 games. They are 3-7 ATS in their last 10. The game against the Red Storm broke a 3-game under streak. Xavier 21-10 this season, 17-14 straight up, 16-14-1 to the under. Musketeers have won 7 straight games and 8 of their last 9 overall. Xavier is just 5-5 ATS in their last 10, and 9 of their last 12 games have cashed overs. And these two teams split their regular season matchup, with Marquette winning at Xavier 72-70. That was on the 21st of December, and then they came right back in January, almost a month later, and Xavier returned to favor 59-57. Now, it should be noted that the Musketeers' leading scorer in that game, Zach Freemantle, did not play in that December game, and that was a big loss considering he came back in the second meeting and had a double-double in their win in Milwaukee. Xavier has won 2 of the last 3 games against Marquette in the Big East tournament. They're 7-1 overall in the Big East tournament. Of course, last year broke his 7-game win streak in that loss against UConn. Speaking of Freemantle, the graduate student, finished with 25 points in the last game in their last regular season game against Providence. That was his 3rd straight 20-point game. His teammate, Ryan Conwell, has now 4 straight games with at least 20 points. So we know that the Musketeers won't have a problem scoring from the field or from the free throw line. They're 8th in the nation in free throw percentage, which when we talk about handicapping these games, you know how I love my free throw percentages, especially when we're talking about totals. Those are absolute free points for us if we're betting the over or under. We want to make sure we're on the right side of those free throw percentages, and we certainly are when it comes to the Musketeers, who hit almost 80% of their free throws, 79.3%. Xavier has 4 players in the top 10 in the Big East in free throw percentage. So very reliable if you're talking about the total, and very reliable if you want to bet Xavier, as I think we're going to do. That's something, that free throw percentage is something that we can't rely on from Marquette. They shoot only 72% from the line. When they get there, they average only 11.8 points per game from the charity stripe per game. Your free play for Thursday is going to be Xavier plus 2.5. Now go to pickdawgz.com, get involved with every individual play, or get involved with my all access pass. Everything is up there right now for you to take advantage of. And congratulations to everybody who put more money in their bankroll on Wednesday. We're going to come right back and do that again on Thursday. The annual all access pass, guys, don't pass it up. Just $4.11 a day gives you every play that I release from now to this time next year. I can't thank you enough for joining me for Against the Public. I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Thursday.